Hi everyone, welcome to today's story time. It's the last story before Christmas. Can you believe that? Santa will be coming very soon. Are we all ready? We all excited? Have we been good boys and girls? I'm sure you have. So today I've got a story for you called 10 Minutes to Bed, Little Unicorn's Christmas. Can we see? First of all, shall we sing our hello song? Are we ready? Hello everyone, it's nice to see you here. Listen very carefully, let's see what we have here. There's lots going on this book cover, isn't there? There's the unicorn. I can see the reindeers up here. Is this Santa? Some pretty Christmas trees in the corner and some Christmas presents. What are these? Some little peeking bunnies? Wow, let's see what happens in today's story. Have you got your listening ears on? Are you sitting comfortably? So this story is 10 Minutes to Bed, Little Unicorn's Christmas. One cold winter evening that glittered so bright in a forest that sparkled with magical light, Twinkle, the unicorn, pranced through the trees, for that very night it would be Christmas Eve. The setting sun turned to a golden pink glow, but Twinkle was still rolling round in the snow. 10 minutes to bed, called her dad with a sigh, but something above her had caught Twinkle's eye. Do you think's caught her eye? Let's have a look. It couldn't be Father Christmas's sleigh. Bedtime was still 9 minutes away. But with jingling bells and a crash and a sneeze, something huge landed among the tall trees. What does it look like to you, boys and girls? Any ideas? Into the glade came a man dressed in red, with a fluffy white beard and a hat on his head. 8 minutes to bed, said the man with a shiver. Who is it? It's Father Christmas, isn't it? And hundreds of presents still left to deliver. Oh no, you'd better get a move on. One of my reindeer, can you guess who, is tucked up in bed as he's got reindeer flu. Oh no, this is the elf looking after him, look. There's the reindeer in bed. Oh, what is Santa going to do? 7 minutes to bed, it's a bit of a blow. We've still got 22 countries to go. He whistled, and suddenly, standing right there, was a sleigh and 8 reindeer, all snorting the air. Father Christmas was here. It was real. It was true. With 6 minutes to bed, Twinkle knew what to do. There was Dasher and Prancer, then Dancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, and Donner and Blitzen, with Twinkle the unicorn leading the way. Here she is, look. She's leading the way for Rudolph. 5 minutes, called Dad. Good luck, little sleigh. Soaring among, then swooping down low, over the oceans and mountains all covered in snow. 4 minutes to bed, the sleigh travelled fast, powered by unicorn glitter at last. Each time they stopped with a clattering hooves and landed on boulders and islands and roofs, Santa dropped off the presents, then called out the time. 3 minutes to go, team. Up, time to shine. As they drew close to the last of the stops, Twinkle caught a sight of some leafy tree tops. 2 minutes to bed, said Santa with a wink. We couldn't have done it without you, young Twink. From his sack he pulled out a small gift wrapped in red. He gave it to Twinkle and then patted her head. 1 minute to bedtime, that goes for us too. And with one final jingle, away the sleigh flew. Bye-bye, Santa and the reindeers. They're going to bed. Tucked up in bed, as she closed her tired eyes, Twinkle pictured great oceans and rivers and skies. And soon she was sleeping, and deep in her dreams, on the soft leafy ground, under silver moonbeams. There she is, look. She's been busy at work helping Father Christmas. What a fantastic story about Christmas Eve and how Twinkle saved the day. Because Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer here was tucked up in bed with flu, wasn't he? So that was today's story. 10 minutes to bed, Little Unicorn Christmas. So now, guys, I've got some activities inspired by this story. So first of all, we're going to think about Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer and have a go at making our own. So I've got one here that I've made earlier. I haven't put the eyes on yet. And how I've made this is using handprints and brown paint. So all you will need is some card and some brown paint, maybe a marker when we're going to extend this activity. So what you do is you have paint on your hand and you make your handprints overlapping like so to make Rudolph. Then, using some glue, you can get your little ones to find where they want to stick Rudolph's red-nosed reindeer. Rudolph red-nosed reindeer's nose, that should be. So here we are. I'm going to stick it right in the middle, and there we have his nose. But he's missing some eyes, isn't he? So using the card, I've cut out some eyes. Now, if you've got older children, you could get them to have a go. You could draw them, and they could use the scissors to cut out the eyes, or they can just use the glue to stick on. And this is going to encourage and provide an opportunity for you to ask questions like, where are your eyes? There they are. Where's your nose? There's your nose. And you can use other things as well. So, where is your shoulders? And you touch your shoulders. And for really young children, it's recognizing the names of the different parts of their body. So it's having a fun experience while we're doing so. So here we've got our red-nosed reindeer. Now, if you've got older children, so sort of 3, 4 and 5, you could do another activity here. So you could number each of these antlers up here. So these are your fingers that are the reindeer's antlers. So you could put number 1, number 2, and you mark on there. And then using something like Smarties, or you could use raisins or chocolate buttons or something small, the children have to match the amount of the object you're using, so the Smarties, to the number on the fingers. So say, for example, I have marked number 2. They would count 1, 2 Smarties and put them on there. So the next one is number 3. So they would have to count 1, 2, 3. So this is an opportunity to develop number skills and counting skills and recognizing what the number actually means, so the quantity of that number. And then obviously they can have fun eating their Smarties. So that is the first activity, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Next, I thought we could get outside and in the garden. So if you don't have a garden at home, you could do this in your local park. You could find a nice green space where there's lots of space for you to use and to move around, as long as there's no holes that the children can fall down or rough pathways. This will be absolutely fine to do in your local park. If you don't want to do that, you could do it in your home, because it's all about following directions and using arrows and things to determine which way the children move. And you could give them clues and tasks to do along the way. So Santa, on his very busy night, travels all around the world to deliver the presents for the boys and girls. So what I thought we could do is parents, or whoever's doing this, the grown-ups, could cut out some footprints. So if you had lots of these, if you cut out lots of them, so that you can make a trail around your area, so that the children know which way to go and follow the steps. You could use you could cut out your finger pointers, so that you can point them in the right direction. So you could have these stuck on a fence somewhere so they know which way to go. Or you could use an arrow cut out so that the children know which direction they're heading. And at every point you could have something based there. So for example, I've got a little task for the children. I've wrote it out on the card, and it says, turn around and touch the ground. So the children have to turn around, touch the ground. Then they have to follow the arrow and then stop. You could have another pointer that says stop, and then look up, look down, look carefully until you have found, and then you have something at the end of the trail which you want them to discover. So it could be something Christmassy like a Santa's hat, or it could be a Christmassy treat like a chocolate perhaps, or it might be a soft toy that's hiding in the woods, in a bush somewhere, that the children really have to look. And this is going to give children the opportunity to use their physical skills. So they're using them walking around doing the tasks that you are asking them to do. So turning around, looking up, looking down, it's using all the different muscles there. And then following the instructions. So your older children might be able to recognize some of those words, but you can use them, and you could even draw the instructions if that's easier, if you can manage that, so your children can independently look at those instructions and follow them. But it's absolutely fine if you want to read them out with your children. And then it's going to encourage concentration and give your children a task, something to focus on. It will help build a connection between you and your children if you are doing this together, and it creates happy times, positive, happy memories, and increases mood of your children and gets you out in that fresh air to break up the day when the times are a little bit different and we can't always do the activities that we want to at this time of year. So it's a great opportunity to get out and try something new. So that's activity 2. And next, on this book here, I can see some nice Christmas trees. I thought we'd have a go at making our own. So what you will need for this activity is a paper plate. You'll need something to decorate your Christmas tree with. So here is one that I've made earlier, and I've decorated mine with feathers. But you can use anything you want. You could paint it, you could colour it with crayons, you could have other sticky bits that you want to stick on. But I've used feathers so that we can talk about the texture, and it makes it look a little bit more 3D. And then I've used pompoms to stick on. So you will need something to stick on your paper plate, and you will need glue to stick it on, and you will also need scissors to cut out your Christmas tree. So first of all, this might be a job for grown-ups depending on the age of your children. What you want to do is cut out a Christmas tree shape. So first of all, cut a straight line down the center, just to the middle of your paper plate. And then work out where a quarter of the plate would be, and then just take a few centimetres off so that it's not quite a quarter, it's just a little bit under, so that it gives a definite triangle shape. Here we are, and that is going to be our Christmas tree, the triangle shape. So then, using the items that you've chosen, you're going to decorate your Christmas tree. So I'm going to use my glue stick. So really little children can get involved in this, 1 and 2 years old. It's a really nice opportunity to get crafty. There's nothing here that's going to hurt them. You want to be supervising them so that they don't put things in their mouths. But it won't be nice if they put a feather in their mouth, and they'll soon find out when they're trying to get it back out. And you can have the opportunity to talk about things. So things like, how does this feather feel? It's really, really soft. What does it look like? I can see spiky bits. So it's introducing new vocabulary as well at the same time. So the children just think they're having a great time doing all these crafty things, but you're actually providing an opportunity for learning for your children. So there I have my Christmas tree. Then using the other things for the baubles, so whatever you've decided to use, I'm using pompoms. You can glue those on too, and you can talk about these. My pompoms are a little bit spiky. They're sparkly, that's a new word. They're shiny. So you could have something to compare. So I've got one here that's sparkly and shiny, and then I've got one that doesn't shine, and they can look at the differences, and they can point to and tell you about what they can see and how they notice that they are different. So we stick them on. So if you use a variety of colours, it will give an opportunity to learn colours. You could count them as you're going. So again, it's number work. And again, it's children's own work, and they will be proud of their artwork. So it's building confidence and self-esteem and pride in their own achievements. If we praise them along the way, they will really benefit emotionally from an activity like this too, as they will feel valued and good and worthy. So that's Christmas tree number 1. I've got another type of Christmas tree that we can make if you don't want to use paper plates. So here, for this next one, what you will need is 3 lollipop sticks. So I've managed to find some green ones from my local supermarket, and a huge pack cost me £1. So they're really, really cheap. Or you can save your lollipop sticks as your children are eating the lollipops. You will need some glue, and for this, you will need some sequins. It's going to be a shiny, sparkly Christmas tree. So how to make this one here? So we're going to stick it together just like so. And what you do is you glue one end of the lollipop stick, and you stick it to the other end just like so. This takes quite a long time for it to dry perfectly so that it doesn't come apart. So I would recommend you do the gluing the day before so that your children can concentrate on decorating their Christmas tree without it falling apart. So there it is. So you pop that one there to dry, because as you can see, the glue's on there, but if I move it slightly, it will come apart. So that's why we want to leave it to dry overnight so that it's nice and firm, and your children with their rough fingers can get onto the decorating part of their Christmas decorations. So we can have sequins. You could use glitter. You could use shiny paper that you cut up into small pieces so that they could stick on there. You could paint it. You could use crayons. You could use anything you like to decorate your Christmas tree. But I'm using sequins because I think that shiny decorations really fit with the Christmas tree lights, the Christmas tree themes, and just Christmas in general. So you can use lots of different colours and you just basically stick them on like so, and you will make your own Christmas tree. So that is activity number 3. So I've given you some really nice simple ideas there, guys, of things that you can do at home during the Christmas holidays with your children. I've given you some ideas of how you can adapt each activity so that when you've got your older children at home too, they can be part of it and have the fun and join in as well, so you can cater for all ages. I hope you guys have lots of fun during these Christmas holidays. Thank you for listening to my stories. It's been lovely to have you here, and I really hope you've enjoyed them. So take care, guys, and have fun this Christmas and stay safe. Goodbye.